Okay, so what about the power series for cotangent x?
1 over tangent?
That's 1 over tangent, but do you have a power series for tangent?
No, but you have sine.
You have sine and cosine, right? So we can go cosine over sine?
Yeah.
All right, cosine over sine. Cosine x over sine x, which is, cosine is 1 plus 1 over 2, no, it's minus, sorry. 1 over 2 factorial plus 1 over 4 factorial x to the 4th plus 1 over 6 factorial x to the 6th. Did we do cosine?
We did.
We did? Okay. Yeah, because I proved to you the e to the I pi thing. Okay, so cosine's all the evens, right?
Why do you have minus?
I should have a minus right here. And that one should be plus. Yeah, that's all over the one we just did. X minus 1 over 3 factorial x to the 3rd plus 1 over 5 factorial x to the 5th minus 1 over 7 factorial x to the 7th plus 1 over 9 factorial x to the 9th plus da 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 da. Yeah, now your division box is going to look a little more interesting than just a 1 in there, right? You're going to have a bunch of other stuff in there also. I'm gonna put this pretty far up here so I can actually do this. Yes.
I know that with your level of expertise, these are just little puzzles and games, but would you, I mean, can you appreciate how difficult it is to recognize all the patterns and remember going forward and backwards throughout the lessons?
For you?
Yeah, for
oh
us.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Cal too, man. I remember being on your side. Yes, this is a lot of information. This is a lot of information. But the state of Texas tells me what Cal 2 is, and that's what I deliver. And that's the way it was delivered to me. So look, if we could, I mean, I would love to do Cal 2 over 2 semesters. We'd be able to get into a lot more depth. We could take our time. We could make sure everyone's on the same page, but just not the way it is. I mean, think about this problem right now is going to take us about probably 10 minutes to do. And in that class video we just watched, it's just one line to the next, right? And I'm sure that entire thing he had up on the board was a bunch of one line to the next is like 10, 15-minute steps. And that's what more advanced education is. It's next line, each line, right? How do you get from each line to the next one? And it may be trivial in terms of, oh, it's just division of a power series, but you understand there's a lot of work involved in that, right? But can you do it, yes or no?
I think you have to identify them before you move on to the next step.
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to put this thing in here. I'm leaving spaces. I think I'm just going to go out to the 6th power because I really don't feel like going that far. And then on the outside here, I would put the sign. So this would be x minus 1 over 3 factorial x cubed plus 1 over 5 factorial x to the 5th. And there's more in there, but I'll just stop at that. Let's just get like the first 3 terms. I don't recall on the homework what it wants you to do. 3. Asks you to go 3 on the homework. By the way, I do not have videos for these for the homework problems that have to do with this. I didn't realize I didn't, but I'll try and make them. I'm going to try and make them this week. Or wait a minute, tomorrow's a holiday. Never mind. Okay, help me out. What do we got to start here? 1 over x. So 1 over x, and then start hitting each of these with 1 over x. So we'll get our 1. The next term is going to be a squared, so I'm going to put it here, and what's in front of it? Minus 1 over 3 factorial. The next one will be a 4th power, and it'll be positive 1 over 5 factorial, x to the 4th. Yeah, and I didn't have any more, right? What would it be?
Be negative 1 over 7.
It'd be negative 1 over 7 factorial x to the 6th. That's what it would be if we did the next one. Okay, then we come in and change our sign, subtract.
Yes.
So this becomes a plus, this becomes a minus, this becomes a plus.
And that one becomes a minus.
Add down. Which one?
The first one.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot to change that one. And then those go away. Okay, so when I put these two together,
So you have 1 over 2 factorial plus 1 over 3 factorial parentheses.
So that's negative 1/3.
yeah, I'm going to do like this. Negative 1 over 2 factorial plus 1 over 3 factorial x squared, right? Which is just some number, right? That's negative 1/2 plus a sixth. We did that earlier, right?
It would just be 1 over 3.
Negative 1 over 3.
1 over, what, this?
Yeah.
That's 3 times 2 times 1, so that's 1/6. Right? 3 factorial?
That's 1/3.
Oh, you're saying isn't the whole thing 1/3? Yes. Didn't I just say, didn't we just did that a minute ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a negative 1/12.
No?
Yeah, because like the other one was like negative 1/6, and this time is positive. So whatever, it doesn't matter, just a number.
So, okay, yes, but we did this, we had 1 over 2 factorial and 1 over 3 factorial together earlier. Just the other, was it the other way around? It was minus here and plus, well, whatever it was, we did. I'm going to do it up here. So that's what I get when I add down. What's my next one? 1 over 4 factorial minus 1 over 5 factorial x to the 4th, and then I can keep going. So what do you multiply x by to get this? Well, this times x, right? So we have plus negative 1 over 2 factorial plus 1 over 3 factorial x, and then I start multiplying again through, right?
Yes.
So when, yeah, I need 3 terms though. So when I go here times x, right, I'm going to get this. And then when I do this times this, it's going to go here, right? Yuck. So let's use numbers. Let's get these to numbers now because the factorials are going to be a mess. So this right here was what? 1/3 or negative 1/3? That's negative 1/2 plus 1/6. It's negative 1/3. Okay, so that's this. And we're multiplying that times, we already did it times the x, so we're going to multiply it times this one. What's the number in front of this one? 1/6. So when you do negative 1/3 times negative 1/6, you get
1/18.
positive 1/18. X to the 4th, right? That would go here. And then we have to put these two together. So what's 1 over 4 factorial minus 1 over 5 factorial?
Minus 1.
Minus 1 over 120?
So
Oh, it's
2,
positive. I messed up.
I did bring my calculator today.
3 over 1. 3 over 2.1.
Not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. 1/30th.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get 1/30th here. So this is 1/30th. And then what we would do is subtract the row, right? So we would come in here and change the signs, minus here, minus here. So you're going to do 1/30th, and you're going to take away from it 1/18th. Was it negative? No, it should be positive. Negative 1 over 45. Negative 1 over 45 x to the 4th. So what do we do on the next one to make that happen? Okay, so up here we're going to have negative 1 over 45 x cubed. Yes. And there's your first 3. You should have 1 over x minus 1/3 x minus 1 over 45 x cubed, hopefully. I don't. I'm just going to check it. What was that, cotangent? I saw it, disappeared. Yay, it works. That's it. Where was it? Oh, you can't see it. Where is it? Come on.
Down, no,
It's not moving though. My computer's not moving.
a little more. Oh, keep loading.
There it goes.
No, up.
There it is. Okay. So there it is. 1 over x minus 1/3 x, or 1 over x minus 1/3 x minus 1 over 45 x cubed, blah, blah, blah. All right, the homework for this section. Page 487. Five through 16, and then 55 through 58. So 5 through 16 is practicing getting a Taylor series or a Maclaurin series, it'll tell you. And then 55 through 58 is multiplication or division of power series. All right, so I've been thinking about the test, the final a little bit, and I might throw you some problems